There. Now we have sound. That is hilarious. I'm just sitting here talking away. All right, so let's start all over again. I said we're live. Hey, everybody. Welcome in. It's Sunday, August 25th. Let's say hello to everyone in the chat. Hello, Nathan. Hello, Wendy. Rhonda and Amelia are here. It's Wendy's first live. Hi, Amy. Hi, Kim. I did not have the mic on. It's amateur hour. It's cool. Always something here. Veranda Files is here. Pete, Laura, Lucille, Rocky Mountain Values, Jennifer, Thrifty Crafter, Happy Gingers, Mile High Fashion Supply, Danny, Flippin' Daddy is here. Jody is here. Brooks, hello. Northwest Purple Sparkles. And you guys saw me talking for quite a while without any sound on. I was just addressing Rhonda and Amelia's comment above about sales. Our sales last week were in the absolute toilet. We're talking the toilet. We were shipping out like 2 items a day, maybe 3. But Keith and I just kept going. We just kept going. We were listing like 25 to 35, 40-ish items every single day last week. And then we blew up Thursday. Casey says it's because I was on his live show Thursday night and he's magic. That could be it, but we did blow up Thursday. We had decent sales going out Friday. And as far as the weekend, we're kind of like right where we should be. We're sitting at 20. If by 2 o'clock when we ship tomorrow, we have 27 or 28, we're right where we should be, but nothing too exciting. Thrifty Crafter, your first live, welcome in. I see David, so hello David and Bill. Yes, I did blow up on my subs. Thank you very much for noticing. It's very exciting. That's probably Casey Magic as well. No, Mary, it's not you. Something's always going on here. First live, Alma, welcome in. Hi Vicky, hi Bridget, hi Holly. I had some amazing guest hippos. Who have I had on? I had Danny and Courtney lately, so Indiana Flippers is here. So here's the thing, I don't really have a topic tonight. I have had cluster migraines and headaches for 7 days straight. Today is the first migraine free day in quite some time, and I can already feel it coming back. So number one, I wish it would just storm here and get over with. If it would just have like one big thunderstorm, I think my migraines would go away. But number two, we'll just power through. I do have 5 things I want to touch upon, so I'm not completely here without any content. Trying to read this. Okay, so I got 5. They're kind of, I guess they're reminders, and some of these are news things worthy. I just got like 5 things that are worth mentioning to the reselling community. Some of these are like, I guess, news y'all need to be aware of, and then some of these are just reminders. And then we're just going to do AMA. Ask me anything. So first of all, many of you have heard that the Chinese shipping, the Chinese cheap shipping is going to be going away. As of October 17th, Universal Postal Union is basically saying no more. So there will be no more cheap shipping from China. Personally, I feel like that's good news because then we don't have to compete with people selling stuff for $2 free ship from China. But that's just my opinion. That's not until October 17th, so we're just going to mention it tonight. And as we get closer to October 17th, I will talk more about it. But I personally feel like it's going to be less competition for us. Less, cheap shipping to contend with. Less of the knockoffs and cheap articles being sold that we have to compete with. And it's happening in October, which is 4th quarter. That's good news for all of us. But I know that there's conflicting emotions on both sides. We'll talk more about that as we get closer to October. But it is a thing that is going to happen as of right now. So just wanted to mention that. Number 2. Many of you heard about the Poshmark announcement that they're not collecting sales tax for specific states any longer. Posh has their Posh Remit program, which basically they collect the sales tax from states for us on our behalf and file it. We don't have to deal with it. It's a wonderful program. eBay's doing it as well. Because you can't imagine as sellers that we can file state taxes in every single state, every single county, all over the United States and be compliant with our laws. So it is great that Posh was doing the Posh Remit for us. But there were some states that hadn't filed any laws yet to contend with the new federal law. The taxing of online shopping is a relatively new thing here in the United States. So, not all the states are right on board right away. Not all the states have their fees in, what they're going to charge for taxes, or their laws. So, Posh had to stop collecting on, I'm going to list the states in just a second. They had to stop collecting on these specific states because these specific states had not filed their laws yet. And you can't collect taxes for them if they don't have their stuff ready to go in compliance with the federal taxes for online shopping. So here's the list. They're no longer collecting for Florida, Georgia, Hawaii, Illinois, Kansas, Missouri, Tennessee, or Utah. So if you live in any of those states, you are in charge of collecting state's sales tax, just like you always were before, prior to the laws taking place for online shopping. Fortunately for us, we never really had to worry about it because Pennsylvania doesn't collect tax on a lot of stuff, and mostly what we sell is used clothing. We don't have any tax on clothing in PA, so anything that we sold locally here, unless it was hard goods, we never really had to contend with it. But if you live in Florida, Georgia, Hawaii, Illinois, Kansas, Missouri, or Tennessee, Posh is no longer collecting for you, but I'll keep you updated because I'm sure as the laws get passed, Posh will be adding those states into their Posh Remit program. Jamie's here. Oh, there he is. Hi, Jamie. Indiana found 3 bags of plush. Good job. I found some plush today, too. Okay, so number 3, I just wanted to touch upon List Perfectly. If you signed up for the free trial or you are awaiting for your approval for List Perfectly, hang in there. You can join the List Perfectly Facebook group. They do have a Facebook group. I don't have the website for you. It's in the description box of the video I did on List Perfectly. But here's what happened. They blew up. They literally blew up. Amanda and Clara, the two CEOs, CEO and CFO, the founders of List Perfectly, went to eBay Open. They did their due diligence. They networked their little faces off with a ton of resellers. A ton of us came home and did YouTube videos on it and showed our friends. And now everybody and their brother wants to use List Perfectly, and they should want to use it because it's amazing. And if you haven't seen my video on it, do so at your leisure. Don't go watch it right now. Watch it at another time. But you should definitely be at least doing the 7-day trial just to get a feel for what it is. It's an amazing program, but so many people want on board now after eBay Open. They just have too many people coming on, and they have to do a slow rollout. If they don't, they can crash. You guys all know what happens when too many people sign up for something all at once. It can cause problems. It can cause glitches. eBay is a very good example of that. So they're doing a slow rollout, and Clara and Amanda are approving people as fast as they can to get them in. And like I said, join their Facebook group. Just go on Facebook and search for the List Perfectly group, and you'll find them. And they keep everyone in there super updated on when emails are coming out to approve people and bring them in. And they are very upfront. They're very transparent. They tell you exactly how many emails are going out, how many people are coming in. They're saying it's about a 5-day wait period right now. And then once you're in, if you have any questions or any concerns, you need any kind of help, being in that group is great because not only do Clara and Amanda answer everything really, really quickly, a bunch of us that have been with List Perfectly for a while now, who have done videos on it, who have met Clara and Amanda in person, who have gone through the training and seen the demos. We're all in there too, and we're all very willing to help people. So it's a good group to be in if you are doing List Perfectly or thinking about List Perfectly. Hey, Real Stitch. Yeah, I hadn't seen your face in forever, Frenchie. And then I saw you on the dance floor. I didn't even know you were there that whole time. That's crazy. For those of you that don't know, Frenchie lives like 20 minutes away from me. And then I had to go all the way to Vegas to run into her. But yeah, it was really good to see you there. You looked great. Deb has gotten into List Perfectly. Amy's starting tonight. Yeah, they went live with Katie and Vicky. They went live with Casey. They haven't gone live with me yet, but I did do a video on the program. I did sit through a meeting with Casey and Amanda and Clara at Open. It's an amazing program. I can't even tell you how much I love it. Which brings me to the other little tip I want to talk about tonight. Fast Stone Photo Resizer. If you are in my Facebook group, you saw that yesterday I put up a link to one of Tim's videos. Fast Stone Photo. I can't type and talk and type. There we go. So if you're in my Facebook group, yesterday you saw that I put up a link to one of Tim Heck's videos on the Fast Stone Photo Resizer. Here's the thing. You should be taking your photos in square mode. There's no excuse. Every smartphone nowadays, going back a couple of years, several models on most, have the ability to do the 1x1 square mode. If you're not doing that, you should be. eBay recommends square mode, and it's required for Poshmark. If you're using List Perfectly, it defeats the purpose of it being a quicker program if your photos aren't ready. So, like for me, ever since we got back from Open, everything that we're doing photos on, we're doing in square mode, and I can one click, boom, 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 just use List Perfectly. In fact, I create my listings in List Perfectly now, and then I push eBay, and then I push Poshmark, and I've got it on both platforms. Boom, boom, boom. It's so fast. But the older stuff that I'm still moving over from eBay to Poshmark, where it should be that quick, where it should just be like a click and a click, I have to double check the listing in Poshmark and replace some of the photos because they aren't square mode. And I was using the snip tool for the longest time. For over a year now, I was using the snip tool method, which is great if you're cross-posting manually. You can sit there and snip, 8 photos, cross-post to Poshmark, whatever. It worked for a year. But now that I've got my little fingers on List Perfectly and I'm used to how fast that is, snipping these photos one at a time is not working for me. It feels barbaric and it feels very slow. List Perfectly has definitely spoiled me as far as being fast. So I watched Tim's video, I think it was Friday night, and I tried it out Saturday morning, and I was amazed. That Fast Stone Photo Resizer is an app that you get on your desktop or your laptop, 100% free, and you can upload photos to it. I did 80. I don't know if there's like a limit. Tim did 60 in his video. I did 80 on my trial. Anyway, I put 80 photos in there, and you go into the program. You'd have to watch Tim's video, I reckon. But you literally click like 2 buttons, and it goes, and 80 photos are done. Like I put the 80 photos into this program. I set them to square mode, told it to convert, went over to another window and said copy to List Perfectly on my first listing I wanted to cross post. And by the time that was pulled up, my photos were ready. I just replaced the 2 that didn't look right, and that's it. So yeah, that's another important thing to know. I'm not replacing all the photos because some of them will convert to the square mode for Poshmark and still look okay, like if it's a close-up of a tag, a close-up of a distress mark on a pair of jeans, or a close-up of a hang tag on a plush, you know what I mean? Those will go okay. But if you have like pictures of full-length front or back of jeans or skirts or dresses, that aren't square mode, when they move over to Poshmark, they look stupid. It only has like half of the garment or half of the pair of jeans. It just doesn't look right. So I wanted to mention the Fast Tone Photo Resizer. If you're in my group, go in there and look for my post where I posted about Tim's video. I probably am not going to do my own video on it just because Tim already did one, and he did a fine one. He did a very good job showing everyone how to use it. So if you aren't using square mode, you should be. If you didn't in the past, like we didn't, this is a good way to quickly get 80 all at once, and then you can use List Perfectly and you're done. So I'm gonna somebody must have typoed somewhere. Anyway, 3-day trial now. Thank you for the willingness to help us about the new site. I love List Perfectly. Listen. If I find something that's going to allow me to increase my productivity, then I'm going to share it with you guys. And I'm going to tell you, I've been using it for about 2 weeks. I didn't use it the first week I got back from Vegas because I had a lot of stuff going on with my kid and back to school. But I've been using it steadily for 2 weeks, and it has more than doubled my productivity. I'm going to tell you that. If I'm listing something that can be on Poshmark, I create my listing in List Perfectly and click 2 buttons, and it goes on both platforms. If it's plush, I'm just doing it on eBay. But and then as far as moving over the old stuff, so much quicker. It's instead of 5 a day, I'm doing 10 a day. And now with Tim's little trick with this Fast Tone Photo Resizer, I don't even mind doing 10 a day because I don't even have to fart around with the photos and the snip tool and all that. So, yeah, it does cost after your free trial. So unless you're doing a serious amount of business, we're only doing the $29 one. I know Colleen's doing the business one for $69, and I believe that's what Jamie Pace went with, and they love it. We're going to do the $29 one for now. If something changes or our needs increase or we need something more from the program, we'll increase as we go along. You'll pay more. Like I said, if you haven't seen my video, sometime this week when you have your non-existent spare time, watch my video on it. There's different plans and I go over them all. List Perfectly. I did give you guys a code for List Perfectly. I have an affiliate link. If you use it, I do get a small commission. And then in addition to using the link to go to them to give me my small commission, which I absolutely appreciate, you guys, I have a code that you guys can put in to get a percentage off. I think it's 15% off your first month. But it negates your free trial. And I talked about that in the video. So if you want to try it for 7 days for free, you can use my link. And then pay if you like it at the end. If you want to use the code, you have to like waive your free trial, but they do guarantee that you're going to like it. So if you try it for a week and you don't, they'll give you your money back. But I do have a code. It's on that video that I keep referring to. It's in the description box of that video. In fact, I should probably put it in my Facebook group too. I should put my affiliate link and my coupon code in there so you guys can use it because it will get you 15% off your first month. So thank you for bringing that up, Amy. Very good point. Thrifty Crafter. I personally only list on Poshmark and eBay. Keith does all of our Amazon and local and Facebook Marketplace and things like that for us. We've pretty much given up on Mercari. And Bonanza. We have stuff on Bonanza, but that does itself. I don't have to do anything with that. It is not a requirement for eBay for square mode. It is recommended. It is required for Posh, recommended for eBay. How does List Perfectly? Because List Perfectly doesn't have access to any of your information to begin with. It's an extension you put on your computer, and that's it. It has no access to any of your information. You don't give them any Yeah. So Dennis, you don't give them any access to your accounts. And in fact, I didn't put it in my video, but we were testing it out. If you put the extension on your computer and you're not logged into Poshmark, it doesn't ask you to log in, and it doesn't log in for you. It has no access to any of your accounts. I would be the last person in the world who would ever give access to anyone. You guys know that. Longtime subscribers know I could have 5,533 trillion things in my death pile, and I won't hire a lister, and I won't hire someone to share my Posh Closet because I don't want anyone having access to my stuff but me and Keith. Hi, Alex. Welcome in. So Robert is here, Zombie Bargain Hunter, guys. He is the other plush royalty around these parts. You should be using square mode, honestly. It's recommended. And if you're going to start cross-posting, it's better. I mean, you do a lot of plush, and if you're cross-posting to Macari, it's not as important. But, Alex, before you give up Poshmark, watch some of my videos on Poshmark. Watch my videos about how we do our offers and how we share. I have one called Our Poshmark's on Fire. Give it a fair chance. Give it some time. And if anything, worst case, if you're not going to be sharing it and being active on it, leave your items there. They might sell. You never know, right? Vicky, taking it, I'm not happy with eBay's been glitchy. It's been pretty. The last week, I'm blaming the slow sales on all the glitches. I know I talked about it a little bit in my live show last week, but they had buyers who were unable to pay. Duplicate listings were showing up. My offers to watchers wouldn't go through. It was crazy. Veranda files, I just reviewed all my eBay shipping policies and my Etsy shipping profiles so that I can cross-post quicker. The only bummer is I keep having picture upload issues on List Perfectly. I haven't run into any of those. My problem is when they move them to Poshmark, they look weird. You cannot sell plush on Poshmark. They just opened up the home goods market. And what are they calling the school market with the calendars and the planners and such? And I did have one more thing. Remember I said I had 5 things. So we talked about the Chinese shipping. We talked about Posh no longer collecting for certain states. We talked about List Perfectly and the Fast Tone Photo Resizer. And the last thing, I just wanted to remind everyone, I know that we still have a full month left of Q3. But don't forget to use your quarterly coupon if you have a store subscription with eBay. Don't forget to use that. Get your freebies. You guys pay for your store subscriptions, so you should be utilizing all of the tools and the freebies and stuff that we get, that we pay for. So don't forget to use those. And if you use the free supplies from the postal website, let me speak proper English. If you use the free supplies from the United States Postal Service website, there I go. Start ordering them now to stock up for Q4. There were people as early as the first week of October last year who ordered stuff and didn't see it until the end of November. So if you need to stock up on any of your priority boxes, your padded flat mailers, any of that stuff, start now. You are limited on what you can order for free when you log into the website daily. So you could literally log in every day for a week and order the max and have it delivered to your house now, and then you don't have to worry about running out in Q4. Number one, you're going to wait longer in Q4. They run out of supplies, and shipping sometimes slows down when they get overloaded at the post office towards the holidays. But number two, you're going to sell more. We're all going to sell more. Sales are going to increase, so you want to make sure you have enough supplies. I brought on help in between having to fix photographer errors and fixing VA errors. It took me too long to get the drafts up. Yeah, I've heard that a lot, Vicky, where people hire people to help and then they end up fixing so much that they end up getting less done than they did before they had the help. I'm a control freak. I really don't like other people touching my stuff. Like, as a general rule, Keith is not even allowed to list plush or women's jeans because those are my babies, and I don't like him to do it. Those are my plush. I don't feel like he'll comp them high enough. I don't feel like I don't know. I'm just a control freak, so like the plush are mine. I don't even like him to share my Posh Closet because I should say it's our Posh Closet. It's our business, but the last couple times he shared it, I'm OCD as well as a control freak. Stuff was out of order. Like, I have things in a specific order and I share in a specific order to keep my closet looking a specific way. I don't like it. I don't like Keith to touch some things. So I really wouldn't want someone else to. And then, I just don't even have an access to our accounts. The volume shouldn't have gone down because if it did, I would have had to have done something to make it go down. Your shipping coupon is, you got to go into your, I can't even talk you through it without looking. You got to go into your seller hub, and then if anybody can tell her real quick, I could show you with a screen share, but I can't screen share from where I'm sitting. The modem is over there. Anyway, hard to explain how we have this set up, but if you go to the, I don't know, if anybody can remember offhand how to get to it, I just do it like once every quarter on the back end, and I don't even think about it anymore. But you've got to go back through the back end. And the boxes that the padded flats come in, by the way, hello Jaminson's Closet, welcome in. Those are great for shipping DVD VCR combos. So if anybody ships a lot of the DVD VCR combos, the boxes the padded flats come in are perfect. We save all of those for Keith to ship those in. You can use I wouldn't use the priority boxes in the bag. You're not supposed to put them inside a bag, I didn't think. You could put other boxes in a bag. But the priority boxes, I'm not sure you're supposed to cover them up. Dennis, everything increases in Q4. You could be selling piles of dog poop, and you're going to sell more piles of dog poop in Q4. Everything sells more. Used goods, new goods, electronics, clothing, everything sells more. I'm kind of just working my way through the comments. Keep adding comments, keep adding questions if you have them, and I'll try to get to everyone tonight since it's kind of like an open forum. Keep sending out your offers, Vicky. Don't give up. I've had days where I've sent out 21 offers on eBay or Posh. No one bites. And I've had days where I send out 5 and all 5 sell. So just, you got to hit the right person at the right time. Subscriber discounts under managed store. Thank you, Stark Ravenwild. That sounds right. Like I said, I don't even think about it. I've been doing it there's a lot of things I do that I just do on autopilot, and I don't even think about it anymore. New warehouse getting full. That's cool. 424 items on Posh. Here's the thing, Anna. I did not notice consistent sales on Poshmark until I had over 500 items listed and like 20,000 followers. So just keep going. It'll come with time. It's hard to tell you not to get down when you feel down. But the thing is, if you don't have 500 listings yet, or you don't have 20,000 followers, you're really not going to see any more than a couple sales a week. In fact, 2 to 3 sales a week right now is really good for you. If you have 424 listings, that's really good. That's pretty amazing. So keep going. It'll get better. Veranda Files, I'm just beginning a trial with a photographer. I do have one of my kids photograph, and he does the plush and the jeans, but I showed him specifically how I do it, and he does it exactly the way I would. So but I don't like other people to list them, if that makes sense. Because, like, the way I am with my plush, if I comped Henry and everybody else in the world was selling him for 20 or 25, I'd put him up for 30. So, I can't trust anyone to be as crazy high as me on the pricing. Kim, okay, I'll check it after the show. Thank you for letting me know. In fact, I should probably bring that up. A lot of times when people send me messages on Facebook, I don't get them right away. I don't know if you guys know this, but if you're not friends with someone on Facebook, they don't always notify you or show you your messages from non-friends. I have to like go in and specifically look for them. And I forget to look. I just forget. So just remind me once in a while. Sometimes I'll tell people you can always just tag me if it's something you don't want to post publicly or ask me publicly, you can just post in the Facebook group and tag me. I sent you a private message, so I'll go looking for it. I'm the same with Instagram messages. I'm really bad about those because I don't get notifications for those either. Best way to get a hold of me is in the Facebook group, to be honest. Just tag me in there. And if it's private, send me a private message. Send me a private Instagram message or Facebook. Just let me know to look for it, and I will. Absolutely. Yeah, see, Jody has 735 active and selling 2 per day. Kokomo. I like saying Kokomo. Okay, Robert, thanks for clearing that up. So, as long as it's not a flat rate. Yeah, make sure it's just like eBay. Poshmark's just like eBay. You gotta have good prices, good photographs, good keywords. But the one thing I do like about Poshmark that's different from eBay, let me point this out. On Poshmark, your keywords in your description and your title are taken into account in searches. On eBay, it's just your titles. You know how we all keyword cram in our titles on eBay? Because the searches will only pick up those. But on Poshmark, anything you have in the title or the description box will come up in the searches. So that's why I always tell people, don't worry about, they have smaller titles. That's okay. Just get all the information in your description. And then, just like any platform, you got to be active every day. And you got to hit like that threshold. Like eBay, we did not see consistent sales every single day until we had like 1,000 listings. And then we were seeing 5 to 8 a day. Poshmark was around 500 and 20,000. So around the time we hit Ambassador, and then we had 500 active. Bridget says, can't wait for Q4, first full time. It gets nuts. It gets nuts for everybody. Everybody sells more. I keep waffling back and forth between pricing high and hoping for offers. And here's the thing. I advise everyone to price high and put best offer on. You can send offers. You can run sales. You can do a lot of things. But pricing low just brings the whole market down for everybody. You can't not. That's not even proper English, even though it sounded fancy. You can't not. Simple to Faith 7. You cannot start a sale on eBay with the mobile app. You have to be on the desktop. Jody says, I'm looking forward to Q4 for sure. So am I. I'm just going to keep, even if sales stay in the toilet like they have been, we're just going to keep listing and sourcing. And here's the thing with used clothing sellers, though. We don't slow down at the end of Q4. We just don't. After Christmas, people have money that they were given. People give money as gifts. People give eBay gift cards. People give Amazon gift cards, what have you. And now after Christmas, after everybody's bought presents, people are back on eBay shopping. And what are they looking for? If you're a fashion person and you like silver jeans, but you can't afford the $150 price tag new at the store, you're online looking for them for $40 or $50. You know what I mean? So if you're a used clothing seller, just keep going, because we're going to blow up in Q4. After Q4, we still go strong through January usually, while people are spending their Christmas money. And then there's another pickup, right, when people are getting their tax returns. So I find that the worst time of the year is this time of year. Every year. This middle end part of August, the back to school time. The worst part is we're up 8%. I looked. We are up 8% from last year, and I don't remember it being this bad, but it must have been, because we're doing better. So, anyway, I'm going to keep going through the chat. People making friends, talking about places. Yeah, always price high. I always tell people to price high. You can run sales, you can have offers. You're not ruining the market. You're not racing to the bottom that way. And a lot of times people will see more value in your items. I have legitimately seen, okay, let's take Henry again for an example. Let's say I go to put Henry up and I comp him, and 3 people have Henry up. 1 for 5 free ship, 1 for 10 free ship, and 1 for 18. So I put mine up for 20 and with best offer. You'd think mine would sit, but over half of the time mine will sell first, because for whatever reason, the one that's $5 and the one that's $10, people are looking at like, what's wrong with that one? Does it have damage? What's going on? Why does that one why is that one so cheap? And they see mine with the higher price tag, they automatically think that mine is in a better condition, that mine has more value to it. And I just saw a super chat come in. It's not Amy the Nebraska Hanger, $4.99 super chat. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate that. You should see a dancing hippo soon for you. And then I just scrolled way up in the chat and I lost my place. There's your dancing hippo, Amy, and her little hula skirt. Here we go. I think I'm back to where I was in the chat. Dan says to find a high volume closet that sells similar items to you. Go to their About tab and see their live notes. You can follow them. That's good advice. Bridget, what's your Posh Closet name? If you're speaking to me, I don't know who you're speaking to because I get lost in these chats sometimes. We are at the Hippo Hut. It's down below in the description box. Yes, that is a very good point, Dan. So people with less than 10 items in their store, or who don't have a lot of followers but are following a lot of people, are usually your buyers and not your sellers. Vicky says I have over 300 active on Posh and sell maybe 2. How much are you sharing a day? Alma, I don't know. I haven't touched Macari in so long. If anybody could answer Alma, let her know how you send offers on Macari after you sent one, and then you have another liker. You just send it again, right? Just like you would on Poshmark. Indiana says I have been dead, but I haven't been listing. Well, that's why. Jody says it's a lot of research, but you have to buy the stuff that people want to buy. Yes and no. I would agree with that if you have a high cost of goods in your area, you don't have access to a lot of really great clothing. You guys know we have 99 cents cost of goods, so I buy mostly everything. Even bread and butter and filler. It's fine. Q4 is fourth quarter. Yeah, Dan said it. Fourth quarter of the fiscal season, holiday, Christmas season. It's when people open up their wallets and throw their money at you. That's what it is. It's crap. Yeah, I can see how you feel that way. Um, I don't know. I'd have to look at your. I'd have to see it. Every month that ends in burr. You can get there, Vicky. I mean, if you want to do this full time and you already know that you need 4,000 items listed to do it, work towards it. Work towards it. Robert has about 4,000 listings. Megan and Winnie did it one time as well. When I say high, how much higher? On eBay, high enough for room to wiggle, pretty much. So if everyone else is selling something for 20 free ship, I would put mine for 22, 24 to give myself wiggle room, because then I can get the 20. I'd maybe even put it at 25 so I can get the 20. Poshmark, I mark up 20% sometimes from eBay prices. And then with my plush, I mean, it kind of depends. If it's just like run-of-the-mill clothing, usually just like a couple bucks, $5 just to give me room so I can get what I originally wanted. And then we constantly run sales too. So let me go back. Let me backtrack. If it's a shirt and I want $20 free ship, right? That's what I comp it at. I know I'm going to list it for 24, 25. Give me wiggle room. But I also know I'm going to be running a 20% off sale. So mine will go up for $31.50, and then when the 20% off sale hits, it's now $25 with best offer on it, and I have wiggle room to go all the way down to $20. That's just like your run-of-the-mill clothing and stuff, though. Like my plush, if I know what they're worth and I know what I have, I can go up to 4 and 5 times more than other people sometimes. If it's not oversaturated, if there's only a handful, and I feel like everyone has way underpriced the value of an item, on the plush, if everyone's got something listed at 15 and I know damn well it's worth 30, mine's going up for 30. Kind of have to learn. It's like a learning process, and you can pick one thing that you can get specialize in. I guess you could pick one thing you can specialize in, and that could be your one thing that you know you can price more on and wait for, like me with my plush. Indiana, if you want to tag people, just put the @ sign in front of their name, just like you do on Facebook. I'm way behind on this. I'm trying to keep up with you guys. You guys are really active tonight. I absolutely love it. I love to see you guys chatting and interacting. Live shows are my favorite because interacting with you guys in real time is the best. The absolute best. Because like I said, I miss a lot of messages. I can get behind. Some days I wake up and I have 2 messages. Some days I wake up and I have 100. And 3 days later, I'm still working my way through that 100. And 50 more have come in. And I do my best to answer everybody and all the emails and messages everywhere. But I like this because you guys are here right now. You've got me. You've got my full attention. I can absolutely interact with you guys, answer your questions, and give you guys my tips and tricks and all that good stuff. I love live shows. They're my absolute favorite. Next to plush hauls. I love doing plush hauls, but those are live too. So, anyone can take pics and list, but how many are going to repair, sew, clean, create new things? Not many. What is this? If you don't have the time to run a 500 plus piece store, you definitely should try and focus on the stuff that people really want. Yeah, that's the kind of the same theory with eBay. If you want to run a volume-based business, you've got to run a volume-based business. If you aren't going to run a volume-based business, then you shouldn't be picking up bread and butter or filler items. Yeah, I'm with Jody. We have 99 cents cost of goods. So you better believe that I'm buying bread and butter and filler items all day long. For 99 cents for clothing, that's amazing. And then I get 50-cent plush. I'm getting 50-cent filler plush, bread and butter plush. Not all my plush are home runs. But I get them for 50 cents and a quarter. So, but if our cost of goods were higher, our entire business model would be completely different. If we didn't have 99-cent clothing, if we didn't have plush for 50 cents and a quarter, we would have a completely different business model. We wouldn't do volume, we wouldn't do bread and butter, we wouldn't do filler. You just kind of have to work with what you've got around you. And if you have the cost of goods and the time, volume's pretty much the way to go, I think. I know Robert has a volume-based business. Casey does. I do. Jamie Pace does. Megan Mwenny, Katie and Vicky. A lot of the really successful resellers have volume-based businesses. I can't stop sharing. I can't stop sharing. I wish I could have that problem. It's not my favorite thing to do. Dun dun dun. I feel like I jumped around in the chat. How do I get that to pop up? Jody, are you talking about the Hippo that pops up? It's a third-party software through... I'm having an absolute brain fart. It's Stream Labels and Obi, I think. I didn't set it up. Casey and Keith did for me. But it's Stream Labels and something else. It's a third-party software. Most people won't learn a skill to create. Okay. I don't repair anything. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't even know how to sew. I don't know how to repair. I would ruin things more. Some people do. Robert's mom sews. I know she fixes plush for him. The Goodwill bins is a good place to source, especially if you do a lot of volume, because the cost of goods is really, really low there. Yeah, the Christmas decor should be up. Let's get a move on that. There's your tough love for the night. Get your Christmas stuff up now. It should have been up in July. Yep, Jameson's Closet. I'm right there with you. We found 2 super exciting high-dollar luxury items today. I'm not going to tell you what they are because they will be in a haul video later this week, and I will reveal what they were. But we found 2 out of a whole day, and the first 2 we've found in the wild that were luxury items in about a year. The rest of the really, really good stuff you see us, we actually buy. We've been buying resellers out as they've gone out of business, and we've been buying wholesale lots online and stuff like that. And the thread up boxes, sometimes I luck out with those, but we don't really find really good stuff all the time. Robert says I live off of 25 to 50 cent plush finds. Yep. Pretty much what pays my bills. Why do I feel like I keep losing my place? There we go. Indiana Flippers has a question. Got a return today for some breast milk storage bags as not as described. Sold 2 exactly the same, and they said that the listing said it was brand new and open, but my listing states new open box. They're going to make you take it back anyway. So just accept the return. And if it comes back different, I think they've already set it up. Maybe not, but you can call in and see if you can refund less. Yeah, Vicky, I only mess around with damaged stuff if it's like high end. And even then, like, we once, I know I've told this story before, but we had a Robert Graham shirt once that had like, it looked like somebody had literally just splashed coffee all down the front of this Robert Graham. And we tried a couple different ways to get the stains out, and they didn't come out. But we still sold it for like $30 with those on it. So Rhonda and Amelia have managed to get their plush down to just under $1 each. I'm just lucky because the Goodwill closest to me, you guys know, has the 50-cent plush, and then I luck out at yard sales all the time, where I'm just like, I'll buy everything on your yard, everything in your garage, whatever. But if I didn't have that, I wouldn't have it. Like, we went to a Goodwill today. We went to ours first, and I got an entire giant bag full of 50-cent plush, the one that's closest to us, and then we went to one that's further away, and I found a lot of really great plush there, and I only bought one that was 99 cents for the color of the day, because the rest were $6.99 and up. They had Pokemon, they had Spider-Man, they had anime characters, they had Disney, they had some really great plush, but everything was like $7, $8, $9, $10, and I'm like, I'm not paying that for plush. And every Goodwill around here is that high, except for the one that's closest to me. Thank you for stopping in, Dennis. I appreciate it. I appreciate you watching. Hi, Colleen. Welcome in. Jamie said, I can't wait to see what they are. The one, I nearly flipped. I like snatched it off the rack, shoved it in my cart, hid it under stuff, and I was looking around to make sure that no one saw me find it, because it was that exciting. I have not come across any of those in the wild at all, Jody. Nope, never, none of those. Vicky got a same day sale. It's because you're in here. I'm magic. Congrats though. Well, if they take some out, just call eBay and see if you can't. I think I can't remember if it was October 1st or not, but the new seller protection they announced at eBay Open that they're supposed to be implementing for all of us to be able to return less money if stuff comes back different. My phone is blowing up. It might be October. I just sold a plush. It might be October 1st, but you can always call and say, look, they opened it up and took some out. You guys see him? He's a cow. It's a tie, but it's not a Beanie Baby. It's a little, yes it is. It is a Beanie Baby. Holy cow. Pardon the pun. I just sold the Beanie Baby for like $14. That's cool. Silver jeans sit, but I start mine at $50. They used to sell faster, but then I think I talked about them too much, and a bunch of people started selling them, and then they got oversaturated, and then people started letting them go for like $20 and $25, and there was a race to the bottom, and I sit on mine. I start them at $50, like I always have. In the fall, they move faster. I can say that. $6 to $10 for a Build-A-Bear. Yeah, this place was like that. It was pretty much really ridiculous. Got about 5 minutes left, so you guys, if you have any questions, get them in now. Get them in now. I don't know why I'm singing. Making that money. That's cute. We in the beginning used to go to Salvation Army on half off day, and it's not even worth it in our area because we went a couple of times, we got a couple of things, but it's like even on half off day, like button front Ralph Lauren and Calvin Klein, which ain't that great, was still like $4 and $5 half off. And when our Goodwill does 99 cents on Sunday, it doesn't make sense to I need to go lay down and nurse this migraine so I can start my week out right. I wish it would just storm already. I feel like once we get a really good storm through here, the cluster headaches are going to break up. I also got an offer. What is this? It's a Spider-Man car. Weird things are selling. I'm not taking that offer. I'll counter it later. So yeah, I had a really exciting flip this morning, guys. I'll tell you about. Because tomorrow on my What Sold video, I'm not going to have any plush in the video. I'll be doing a full on plush that sold on eBay towards the end of the week, Thursday or Friday. Just plush that sold, and I'll have all the plush from August. But I sold... Oh, I already wrapped up all my shipping. I was going to say, he's in this box right next to me, but I already got the shipping ready for tomorrow. He is the chef. You guys remember Chuck E. Cheese pizza place, and the band that played on the stage? So he was the little Italian chef. I paid 50 cents for him, and he sold, I don't know if you guys can see that, $46.88. That's always exciting. Storms have caused damage in my basement. Well, they're causing damage in my head, and I can barely function. I'm sorry, MC Suze, could you just retype your question for me? If I have to go back through all the chat, it's going to take like the last couple minutes of it. If you don't mind, please just retype it. Otherwise, I'll go digging if you really want me to. I just noticed you asked price, not time. Oh. I do live haul videos, and people seem to like that because they're live and they can interact with me. I think it's my style. It's the way I do live hauls. I think that people really enjoy. I always be teaching. ABT. Always be teaching. I'm going to start using that. ABT. I'm always be teaching. Yeah, Robert, I'm selling weird stuff because you're around. That's what it is. $13.75 for a Beanie Boo cow. The monster for Chuck E. Cheese. So, yeah, and here's the thing. I'm so mad about this Italian chef. He has a stain, by the way, that I disclosed and showed in the photos. He had like a red stain. Okay, first of all, it was a tiny stain, and I put Awesome on it, and it didn't come out. So I sprayed it with Awesome, and we put him through the wash. Well, what had happened was the red stuff in his shirt bled into the white of his apron from using the Awesome, and I swear I'm not a snob, just my hair is bothering me. No, I'm kidding. And it bled through, and it was red, so I just, I feel like I'm being a snob, you guys. I'm really sorry. I'm not trying to flip my hair and be a person. There's like little flighties in my face. Okay, there we go. So after he came out of the wash and he dried and I saw that it was all red, I was really discouraged. He sat for like 6 months. Like, I was just like, I'm not dealing with him. I don't want to deal with him. And then one of the days my son was doing plush, he gets 50 cents per item he photographs. So he usually does batches of 20. He grabbed him out of the box. You guys, long time viewers know I have a refrigerator box that we keep in the hallway that's always just full of plush I work from. He took photos of him and kind of forced me to list him. He went up, I want to say I listed him Wednesday or Thursday. So we'll say Thursday. It took him 2 days to sell. It took him 2 days to sell. So he sat around for 6 months because I was afraid the red would make him less desirable or worth less money. And when I finally listed them, he sold in 2 days for like $50. Hate when I do that. Jamieson's, I kind of just pop up with the haul videos. I don't have a particular time for them. They're usually Wednesdays and Thursday if I have a lot. This week I don't have a lot. So I usually do them Wednesday, and then I'll do 2 if I have like a lot, and I can split it into like shoes and plush or whatever. And I try to get on by like 1:30, and if I don't make it by 1:30, sometimes it's noon, sometimes it's 12:30. If I don't make it then, I come on at 4:30. It just kind of depends on our schedule and what's going on. Bridget, so glad I found out about your channel on Casey's show. That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us here tonight. With a red color Snoopy, he's pink. Yeah, we won't talk about a bunch of shirts we just recently ruined. I'm not talking about it. Sale. I think it's just the way I talk. Sometimes it comes out sale. Do I ever? Yeah, kind of, Kim. I have an extra room upstairs, like a whole room, and the plush are stored in bags, but I have videos on the channel about our inventory system, and I talk about the plush. I don't have the powder, just the spray. FYI, yes, but flipping it like this. I feel like, you remember that 80s commercial with, she was married to Steven Seagal. She was very pretty. I cannot remember her name. But she was like in those 80s and 90s commercials, and she would wash her hair and flip it around, and she'd say, "Don't hate me because I'm beautiful." Do you guys know who I mean? She was in that movie Weird Science, and she was married to Steven Seagal. Look, you guys really care. Anyway. You can do more listings if you pay for them, I think is what you're asking. So you have 250 included in your subscription. You can go over 250, but you're going to pay per listing. If your limit is reached, which is a whole different thing, you can call eBay once a month and ask them to up your limit for you. Yeah, we had some Powder Awesome and some Powder Oxy that ruined some stuff. So, it wasn't Cindy Crawford. She was in Kelly LeBlanc. Kelly LeBlanc? That sounds right. Kelly LeBlanc? Something like that. Anyway, I used to have this one haircut that had like this one little piece of hair, and I would always flip it, and it always made me feel like I was being a snob. Don't mean to be. Just got these like, it's the end of the day hair. It's starting to drive me nuts. Kelly LeBrock. Yes, thank you, Mary. Kelly LeBrock. Alright guys, it's after 10. I gotta go share my Posh Closet and get my shipping ready for tomorrow. So, I'm reading the chat still. Yeah, eBay's pretty antiquated in a lot of aspects. If you guys come up with any questions later on that you want to ask me, feel free to leave comments down below. I do get back to you guys. I do answer each and every comment. Or join my Facebook group, which is the fastest way to get a hold of me. The link to join is in the box down below. Currently, at present, we are running a contest in the group, a drawing. One lucky member of the group will win $20 next weekend in their shape of choice, whether they choose $20 PayPal transfer, eBay gift card, or Amazon gift card. And in order to participate in the drawing and have a chance at winning the $20, you have to be a member of the Facebook group, and you have to do what the post in there says to do for the drawing. So if anything, join the group and find that post and participate in that and give yourself a chance at $20. We're running the drawing to celebrate 1,000 members in the Facebook group. So go us. We have 1,000 into the hashtag into the day hair. Yeah, the hairspray is wearing out and it's starting to get flighty. And Star and Keith, yes. Anyway, we have 1,000 members in our Facebook group, so we're very excited. We are giving one lucky member $20 and a gift card of their choice next weekend. But you have to be in the group to participate. So join. Link is down below. Hit the thumbs up before you leave here. Helps the channel. If you haven't already and you'd like to, please subscribe to our channel and help us feed a hungry hippo. And thank you so much again for the super chat. I appreciate that. That was Amy Nebraska Hanger, right? I'm trying to remember. I hope I got that right. I do appreciate it. And for everyone else that came in tonight and hung out for an hour, you guys are the best. Actually, it's been over an hour, so you guys are the best. Thank you so much for spending the day with me, the night with me, the hour with me. And I'll see you guys next time. Go be productive. Go make some money. Love you guys. Bye.